Hey guys, this is Rodrigo here, and this is a quick video for those who want to use ML drums in Reaper and have the tones routed to separate tracks so you can mix them individually as you like. This is not a magical solution, but it's kind of simple and it works. So let's get to it. First, let's see how to create multiple tracks for ML drums here in Reaper. The first way for doing this would be just right-clicking here on the track control panel area and choosing this option, insert virtual instrument. Then just choose ML drums. At this point, Reaper will ask you if you want to create extra tracks for this effect. Just hit yes, and there you go. All the extra tracks, individual tracks are created here with those nice names. Another way for doing this, let me just delete these tracks first, is creating a normal track. Insert ML drums as an effect. Now here in the effects window, just find this option, build multi-channel routing. And Reaper will ask you again if you want to create extra tracks for this effect. Just hit yes. And there you go. This first track here is our original track. This is the one where our plugin is, and this is the one where all the MIDI stuff should be. So let's just call it drum MIDI. When I work with drums in Reaper, I usually like to keep the tracks inside a group. So I will create it here. Let's just call it drums group. And let's just drag all the tracks into the group. Nice. Now let's just create a MIDI track, a MIDI loop. Here inside the drum editor, I have created this customized action. It's for setting up the MIDI editor. In a way, it's better for me to edit drums. I'll just click here. It will open this window asking me to choose the MIDI mapping. I'll pick the map for ML drums, and it will load the names of all the drum parts in here. Let's make things a bit bigger. Let's just add some drums. As you can see, all the drum parts are routed to individual channels, but all the toms are routed to this one channel here. So what we want is to have individual tracks for each one of the toms. So let's do it. Let's go back into the MIDI editor. Let's just right click this row for the rec tom number 1. So it will select all the notes in this row. So just right click on one of the notes. Let's go here into note channel. Note channel 1 is the channel 1 is the default. So all the notes are going through this channel. So we have to pick a different channel for our toms. Let's just choose channel 2 for rec tom 1. Let's just choose another channel for the rec tom 2. Let's pick channel 3, and let's do the same for the other toms. An important thing here is that we are setting the channels for the nodes, not for the row. So if you need to change anything on your MIDI later, if you are adding new nodes on these rows, this new node, you have to set up the channels for these new nodes too. So it's better to do this after you have your MIDI all done. Okay. Now we have to duplicate this track here. So we have one track for each one of our toms. Let's just call it rec tom 1 and copy. Let's just call it rec tom 2. Now, this first track here is the one which was already created when we created all the tracks after setting ML drums output to multiple tracks. So it already has the routing information created here. But we will have to change a few things. We don't want the audio. So let's just set audio to none. We want the MIDI stuff. So let's just pick MIDI and channel 2, which is the one we set for rec tom 1 there in the MIDI channel, in the MIDI editor, sorry. Now we will need to put an instance of ML drums on this track too. It's easier to copy from our original track because maybe you are using some presets or some configurations you made on ML drums. So when you drag it like this, it will bring those configurations with it. Let's just wait. Okay, one important thing here is that we want just the close mic of the tom in this track. So let's just go to the mixer and solo the toms. Now we should have, let's see, let's just solo this track and we should have only the audio for rec tom 1. Nice. And you can do the same for the other tracks. But before moving on, I think maybe your machine will start struggling if you are creating too many instances of ML drums. So maybe it's better to freeze this track before moving on. Okay. Now let's just make the routing on this track. Since it was not created along with this one, with those tracks which were created when we set the ML drums for multiple channels, it doesn't have the routing information here. The easiest way for doing this is just dragging the route button from the original track to this track here. And then again, we set the audio to none. Now we have to set MIDI for channel 3. And then we just drag the instance of ML drums into this track too. Again, we want just the closed mics, so let's go to the mixer and solo the toms. Before moving on, let's just freeze this track and we will just repeat the process for the other tracks. Okay, so now we go back to the plugin in the original track. And let's just mute the closer mic of the toms. And let's just see. Nice. So now we have our toms in individual tracks, and it's possible to mix them in any way. Another thing about ML drums, when we route them to multiple tracks, this track called output, I usually keep it muted because it corresponds to the master track here from the mixer. So if you don't mute it or delete it anyway, you have everything going on twice. Or you could just use this track too as some kind of parallel compression and mixing this track with the others. Okay. So this is it, routing the toms from ML drums to multiple tracks. Hope it can be useful.